Good morning, everyone. Melissa here. I'm doing a video a little bit later today because I had gone to an interview. And, customer service used to be important, guys. I don't know what happened. I was at Walmart last week. What was I doing? I think I was cashing a check or something. And they didn't have enough workers. And me and a lady were talking about how customer service used to be priority. Same thing today. I'm waiting for an interview for like a half hour late, right? I had just asked if they're hiring. Yes, we are. And then I got something in my mouth. And then the manager is like, "Yeah, we're not hiring now because of winter." So I'm like, "Well, you got a sign on the door." Yeah, that always stays there because we always interview people. You know, Colorado is really hard to find work. It really is. And then when you find work over here, there are so many catty issues, just so much. And I'm not the only one who has said this. There are a lot of people that see the drama over here. And so I'm from New Hampshire. You just do your job, get a check. Pretty simple. So anyways, I just want to talk a minute. I, shared a book yesterday about clarity in life, and it really hit home with me. It really did. And I'm like, why have I, been building so slowly, right? So, I was talking to a guy yesterday over at Plasma. Crazy family he had. Crazy, right? He was telling me about how his wife was married to, he married a woman who was in the mafia. He didn't know she was. Her uncle was some Don, somebody in San Diego, California. On and on it went. And then as he had his divorce, he was talking about the fighting over money. Millions and billions of dollars this family has. And how, the aunt and uncle have, betrayed him, and how his brother and him are fighting over money, and on it goes, right? And I'm thinking, I'm so glad that I did not chase money in life, because you have people who have a lot of money and that's all they have. That's all they have. There's nothing wrong with money in of itself, but when that's all you have, it's a very empty life and you're compromising relationships. So, the thing is, when you choose to live a selfish life and you choose to put other people under the bus in order to get yourself ahead, it never works. It never works. And it's as old as ancient practice, right? People who try to, put themselves first. It never works. So my life, I've been thinking about, which path I want to take more. Looking at that quote I had from a book yesterday about, if you plan to do something in 10 years, why can you not do it in 6 months? And I'm like, that is so true. That is so true for the most part with when you're talking like money, okay? But I have built very slow. So my channel is more about helping people, more about mindset, teaching, because I came from, a place where in my teen years I was looking for something to make me happy. Didn't know what it was, a bunch of jobs just to, make myself feel better, whatever it was. State Department of Agriculture I worked for. I was totally lost. I was trying this, dating, trying that. And then once I became a Christian, life really started to make sense. So from there, I started building, and I just built and built. I just built my faith. I built it and built it. So now that, I have built my life really strong, what is my bucket list? Because I feel like I've done pretty much everything I want to do in life. Pretty much everything. I'm like, you built really strong with God. You did build strong in your marriage, and I did. You built really strong with your kids. You did everything you could to show them the right way. When they're older, they'll do what they want. But you built strong. You brought them to church faithfully. You sacrificed your time and your money for your family, right? And that's what we should do. And then I'm like, and then you invested in yourself. When my kids were little, when they were playing outside in our yard, I usually watched them, but I also sat and read a book. I always read. Um, when I was at a court reporting company, they were like, the best thing you can do in life is to read. So now I'm like, okay, it's just time to focus on you now. It's just time to take care of you after giving so much to family, coming out here, making sure everything was good. Now it's time to take care of you. So make sure you have that path. I think the only thing left, probably besides my business, building that, is travel. And I may actually work in another country and get my passport. So that's about it. Just continue building slowly. Build your marriage, build your family, build your home. On the inside, it's the man's job to build more of the providing side. Homeschool, I built that slow. Everyone told me I couldn't do it. I'm like, yes, I can. And I did. Build and build and build, guys. And sometimes that means tearing down other things, but you want to build. So I'm like, I think now it's just focusing on me and, having a savings, maybe not even a house or a nice car. Just save and save and save and travel as I want. So we'll see as I go along in life. There's always different opportunities. I have another opportunity for work I'm probably going to take. And then just keep on, as life comes your way and you're on a path and you see opportunities, you'll know which ones to take. So have a path, but don't be afraid to, be flexible and live life well. So in the end, you're like, yeah, I think I did pretty much everything I wanted in my life.